Hi, it's Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 170. Yay! I'm so excited. Thanks so much for inviting me over. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the crochet fun. And if you are a returning friend, thanks so much for popping over. I have a whole ton of crochet projects to share with you today. And of course, at the end, there'll be some bloopers, as usual, as I don't get it all right all the time. It looks like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I stumble along. I have my notes sitting here, and I have some exciting things to share with you. So let's start. Finished objects, chronological. I am going to show you the fails, like how I got to where it is first. So I'm going to show you how bad it is, and then at the end, I'm going to show you how good it is, okay? So first, I have a chair over here with all my stuff on it. I had a table in here, but I was trying to clean my room, and I'm like, I just have to get the table out because I need to get to the floor. And you're also not looking at the ground because, yeah, it's still messy. We'll talk about that later. Or not. I won't talk about it at all. Anyway, up here, everybody. Spiked granny stitch. It started, well, I started with the yarn colors. I just pulled my stitches out. It started with the yarn colors that I wanted to work with. I was thinking of doing it with the black because I really like the jewel tones with the black. This is just a regular granny square, by the way. It was gonna be something, which I have done over there, but it's not done yet. It's halfway. It's half done being filmed, so it's on a pause game. But I was like, this would be the colors I'd like to use, or the start of the colors I'd like to use. And I got this far. And then with the next color going around, I'm like, what would it look like if I just did a drop stitch in the center of these clusters, just so my finished object wouldn't look like a regular granny square? So I changed hook size. The first hook size was too floppy, too loose. So I changed hook size, and I liked that one. On this second round, I frogged it back. So I was like, that's such a good idea. I should start again. But I wanted to do, or to see what it looked like. If the center stitch, I didn't just do it into the space, I did it into the center stitch in the row below. I really liked how it looked. It looked very fancy. I want to use it for a wearable. So I liked how it looked a lot. And I made one. Let me see. But what it wasn't crazy about is the black. I think for me, the black looked a little bit, well, dark for me. So I'm like, what if I just swap back to white? Like, I like to use black for other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might like black, so I want to do a sweater with the black. But then I'm like, this is just more me. So I went back and did it with my colors. And I did the drop stitch. So that is a center stitch pulled down, or like into the stitch below instead of the space, the center one. So regular with black. Which one do you like better? Tell me in the comments. I'm not joking. I totally want to know. So I'm loving on this. Now, what I don't like, can you see it's misshaped? How you can tell if your crochet is not shaped properly. You can fold it in half. Sometimes you can see. If you can't, you fold up the end into the center area. Boop. And then you see what's up. So that's lined up. And then look, there's extra stitches. See that? See all this? Too many stitches. Not square. So it started to do that starfish thing, which I do not like. If you're new to the channel, me and starfishes do not get along. I love a starfish. I just don't want my granny squares to look like a flattened out starfish. This is a flattened out starfish. I was so excited, and then I was so not excited because that's not working out. So I hummed and hawed, tried to figure it out. Which one did I figure it out on? That one. Look how it's great. It's absolutely square, like very crispy corners, very flat. If it's smaller, but if you fold it, you can see it's like a perfect. It's very square, 100% square. So I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. It's so great. So this is the finished one, then the pattern. I did it in a whole bunch of different colors. color combinations, depending which one you like the most. How great are those? Then I tried to make a bigger one because I'm like, I'll use a bigger hook. I'll make a big floppy one. I'll do the sweater that I wanted to do with them. But it's still, the bigger it gets, actually I fixed this one. This is fixed. But the bigger it gets, the more rows you get, it does start losing its shape. So if you're making it bigger, you're going to have to wait for another tutorial because there's a way to fix it. But it is totally different. And I was kind of disappointed that I got this far and it's still not perfect. Even like I had to frog it back. You have to do something different right in the beginning, not wait until it's weird and fix it after. So I fixed this one after. So it's still not square. See it, the whoop at the bottom, like a little hat, whoop, not square. So it's on a timeout. It's in the corner, on the timeout corner. But the rest of them, for an actual granny square, they are fantastic. So this is a free pattern on my blog as well as a purchasable pattern if you want the PDF. It's great. They're fantastic. So I love the new spiked granny square. And finished object, tick. First one off the list. Moving on, I gotta make a pile. Oh, that's one too. Okay. Okay, made a pile right on the ground. Okay, this one I'm just gonna show you the finished object first because the fails are horrific. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'd never make it. This is what we're going for. This is a drawstring bag, crochet floral bouquet bag, drawstring. So now I'll show you the fails and then I'll show you this one of how I fixed all of my issues. I keep my fails in little zipper pouches just for you so that they're all in a spot, and when I want to talk to you about it, I know where they are. So I tried a whole bunch of different flower colors. On a good note, I have used these so many times that I'm like, oh my gosh, it looked great in that color. And then I just go and grab my flower from here. Waiting for that truck to pass. Okay. I just grab some flowers from here in whatever color that I think I'm going to like, and then I end up usually not liking them. So I keep these. It saves me a lot of time, actually. So my first, I'm going to do it exactly the same as the flower bouquet, but I'm going to do like a chain one, skip one thing, and then put a ribbon. I have my hair all over this thing. Oops. Oh, I also started the center solid. It was going to be a gift bag. That's how it started. I'm like, I'll make a little gift bag. And then if you wanted to gift somebody something, they could also, it could also just be a bouquet. You're like, here you go. But there's a treasure inside. Do you know what I mean? So it has a solid center. That's different. Still in a spiral and all that. And then it has a row way down in there for cinching it up. Problem is, well, this is what happens when you cinch it up. You're like, great. So you can pull one side, pull the other side. Yes, you can. It does work. It's fine. But is it great? No. Do you know what I mean? It's not perfect. It's still really cute. It's a good idea. Ugh. And then look at the top. I think I could have put my gather row right up by the leaves. I don't think I had to gather halfway down the bag. You know what I mean? So, fail. I like the idea of it. The idea was you could also just kind of lay it out as a doily or underneath a vase or whatever, and it would fit. But no, fail. So, no to that. Then, let me show you in a sec here. Hold on. Okay. Then I'm like, we are going to just do a bag, and it doesn't have to be in white. It's going to be whatever color you want for the bottom of your bag, and handles, a proper bag. That's really cute, right? Problem, well, there isn't that many problems, but the handle is, well, 2 handles. So now the drawstring is pretty great, right? It's also really good. Well, hold on. Oh, I have some flowers inside the bag. I had to get my flowers out. They're all stuck inside there. Okay, there we go. Now I can cinch it up. And there is your cute flower bouquet. But if you put something in, it's just kind of like going to roll around in there. So I went to my grocery store and I'm like, I'm going to get a little saucer. It's melamine. And put that in the bottom of the bag. It was the smallest saucer I could buy. The smallest one I could find that's not glass. But look, I thought I was nailing it. But it's like a little saucer. Like you can tell it's a saucer. It's just too big for the bag. But if you put anything inside, you also wouldn't see, like, it's still a good idea. Wrong thing. Plus, I didn't, the handles, they're not finished completely, but also the join can come out and be part of your handle, which is obviously a problem also. So all of those things were fixed in the real one, including handles that have a little spot where you know where the center is, where you're going to pull it, and they're attached at the other end. That join is stuck on your bag, so it's never going to fall out or be used as part of your handle. The join is hidden forever. Oh, there's my hook. I got my 6.5 million there. Okay, thank you. So I went back to the grocery store. Where's the rest of my things? And I bought a whole bunch of containers that could fit in the bottom of a bag smaller than the saucer. And they all work. This is even just a lid from my canisters in my kitchen. It works. It's metal, so, you know, it might not be the greatest. This is the bottom of a strainer that I just cut off. This works just great. And this is a lid from a bowl. And this is actually a bowl. Now, depending what you use for the bottom of your bag, I'll show you what they look like. This is the strainer. This is a little cereal bowl. This is a lid. And this is a smaller lid. So this is the flower bouquet bag. Also so cute for like bridesmaids or flower girls. Could you imagine? Let me show you without the bowl. So take the bowl out. Cinch it shut. It has this little kind of picot on each handle. Can you see that? So that you know where the center of your handle is, where you're going to pull it. So grab those little picots and pull it shut. And then you can just wiggle your handles up into the bouquet so that, you know, they're not totally near the edge. Like that. And look, or you don't even need the handles really. If you don't want the handles, you don't have to have the handles. You can just tie them in a little bow on the one side. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Just like that. And then look. Isn't that perfect for like bridesmaids or flower girls? You could even put their little gift inside and be like, here you go, da, da, da. And then after they find a pair of earrings or like whatever you're gifting your bridesmaids, wouldn't that be so cute? Also super cute with with a flat bottom inside for centerpieces. Hold on. Oh, I tied it. I'm like, it's not opening. I forgot I tied it. So let me show you the flat one. Like a flat lid. And then they would be great for centerpieces. You could do like pretty much your whole wedding. You could adjust the size of it, obviously. And you could use your handles. Let me tie the handles in a bow so you can kind of see. Like if you don't want to really use it like a bag. Just like a shoelace. bow. Oh my gosh, adorable. Not perfect, but pretty cute. Look at that. That's cute, right? And then that could just sit on the tables. You don't even really need the plate inside, really. But it's pretty cute. So, crochet flower bouquet bag. Tutorial, written pattern, all that already available. I love it. It is like so cute. So that is out there already. Finished object. Yeah, I just threw it on the ground. So bad. Okay, next, what was it? Ready? Beer koozies. I don't have an ice bucket. That's a thing. But I do have this bowl. I thought that's cool enough. I did even buy fake ice. My mom had fake ice in the 70s. I totally went like retro. I'm like, oh my gosh, she had fake ice. I need fake ice. Like really. Like I did. Like I didn't put out the tutorial until I had fake ice. I don't know what's a thing. Anyway, these amazing, cute cozies. They're really snug. So you can kind of see the bottle a little bit under because, you know, beer bottles generally or soda bottles are glass and I didn't want them slipping around. You can use cotton if you feel like it. I just used acrylic because it is what I have. It's cheaper and I had the colors I loved. The bottom has a built-in coaster. Again, it's nice and snug. And you could also make them taller if you wanted it to be more koozie. So it could come up the neck a little bit. And this is with a 5mm for like standard bottles like Corona, Heineken. I'm not sure of my other shapes. But if you have a, I'm not supposed to show you the labels. Okay. If you have one that's like a curvy kind of bottle, you could just use a bigger hook. So this is with a 6mm. And look how much higher it comes up on the bottle. With a 6mm. Cute, right? So whatever size you have, and of course it has like the really nice flat bottom. It's actually an edge. So you don't have to worry about your bottle kind of getting tippy. It is a solid flat bottom on these cozies. So there it is. I worked in a spiral, so we're not joining. It's very easy to do. And then it just has a little, oh, this is the other way around. This is the first one I did. So I was like, I didn't know where I wanted the frost to be, the white, but I did change it around. So the frost, one little frosty, and then the color at the top. I did all different colors because I thought it's a nice way of color coding. Like if you're having an outdoor barbecue or like family over, everybody could have like their favorite color, and then it's kind of easy to know where you put down your bevy. So super fun, cheap and cheerful, just something quick and easy to do, and already written pattern, all that out. Links down below. Next, do you remember what it was? Yes, the good old poncho. I love this. So I have a whole bunch of ponchos in my mind on my hook. I'm surrounded by ponchos at the moment. This is the easiest poncho for beginners. Very simple, double crochet, single crochet, if you feel like it, optional single crochet, and you will just love how it fits. It's just great. So the neck is great. You can make it larger, any multiple of 6. People ask me that, it's multiple of 6. And you could do any stripes you want. In the pattern, I included a page where you can write down or color in the colors you're using, the stripes you're using, plus I put mine in if you wanted to kind of copy the stripes that I did. It's included in the written pattern. So I'm loving this. It just finished off with a row of single crochet just to kind of make that edge nice and flat. And you could, of course, wear it any which way, straight across, or the traditional V poncho way. I like the straight across. I feel like it covers my arms better like that. For me, I feel like this is more comfortable. But you could wear it any which way you like. So this is the super easy crochet poncho for beginners. I really like making it. I have another one. Oh, okay, I'm not telling you about the other one. I haven't started it yet, and I am like itching to start it. And my last finished object, it's heavy. Should I stand back there and show? Yes, I should. Okay, hold on. so you can see it. How cool is that? Right? I love it. It's so great. This is 17 balls of that super chunky yarn, that super chunky chenille blanket yarn, the size 6, thick yarn. I used a 10 milli, and it's the perfect stitch for a blanket, in my opinion, because you're not doing the same thing all the time, but there's also no holes or very small holes. It gives a little bit of like, oh, what did you do? You know, like what stitch is that? And I just used all the colors I had. I laid all the cakes out on my bed and kind of just arranged them where they matched each other, like it was in order, and I could use all of them up. I think the ones I didn't have that much of was this crazy orange in the center, the yellowy orange. So I had to space those out more, and also the white. So those are the ones I didn't have too much of, and then I just kind of sandwiched them with the yarn I had more colors of. And I just kept going. I did, I think, 66 stitches across to start. I just didn't know. I wanted it to be ideally a bed runner, but also like a lap gan kind of thing. You just pull it over your legs and you'd be nice and toasty. What I did find out is this yarn is not as toasty as you would think. I thought I was making like a super heavy duty, I'm gonna sweat kind of blanket, and it's not. It's a heavy blanket. It was fun to make. It goes really quick, but is it that hot? No, it's heavy. So it's kind of like a weighted blanket. 1.7 kgs, 17 100-gram cakes for this baddie. Each stripe of the blanket is a cake. So I didn't care where it ended. I wanted the most bang for my yarn. So I literally just joined it end to end, and I did the magic knot and a little tip to make sure it sticks. And this yarn, it's machine washable and all that. So let's see. That is the blanket stitch for super chunky yarn, or the stitch, the best crochet stitch for super bulky yarn is this baddie right here. So great. Now, my last crochet project, I'm just going to give you a little teaser. That's all I'm giving you. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. I'm loving it. Thankfully, the weather has been so cold. I can just crochet. I'm on a crochet bender. I'm just crocheting like all the time. So I'm loving it, and I'll be sharing that with you next week. So keep an eye for it. I'll show you what it is on the live chat on the Friday, and then the tutorial will be coming out on the Sunday. I'm so excited. So like in 1 week, you're going to have that available to you too. It's fantastic. And what else? Oh my gosh, I have news for you. Okay, where's all my stuff? Okay, now in the last podcast, I asked you if you had wanted to know matching ice yarns to regular yarns, and I do have one for you to match. I haven't found the match. I'm asking you what the match is. If you have seen one, please tell us in the comments. I am looking for the ice yarn equivalent of Caron Simply Soft. So Caron Simply Soft, it's kind of like a thick 3-weight or a thin 4-weight. And it is shiny and it is slippery. It does split a little bit, not my favorite thing on the planet, but it does finish into a gorgeous product, which is my Eggtastic crochet blanket. The Eggtastic blanket is Caron Simply Soft. I have not found an ice yarn that is similar, but if you have, please let us know in the comments. We all would appreciate it a lot. I just want to give a big thank you to all of our channel members. Your encouragement and support means the world to me. It helps me make more videos. It inspires me to keep creating, and I really appreciate you. And here they are. that was sped up. That is slower. It premieres before all of our live chats and videos that we premiere. So if you want to join the channel, go ahead and do that under this video. And if you haven't subscribed, by the way, please do. It really does help other people find crochet, and the more people hooking just makes the world a better place. So I really appreciate that. If you could subscribe if you haven't already. I was actually teaching this, I taught a boy to crochet a couple weeks ago, and I was like, he was left-handed, so I'm like, oh, just watch the left-handed playlist because, you know, left-handed, it's like, you know, it's different. It's more difficult to teach a left-handed person if you're right-handed. So I had him watching the videos, and I was like, oh my gosh, I used to ask people to subscribe. Like, I used to do what you're supposed to do. Now I don't. I'm just kind of like, I just assume you're going to subscribe, but I should get back in the habit of asking you. So thank you so much for that. Speaking of learning to crochet, I'm doing a new series. So I did watch that left-handed, you know, my series, because I'm like, oh, I already taught you how to crochet. It's all broken up into, you know, lessons and blah, 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 which it is. But I'm like, gosh, I talked a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like I did. I'm like, you could have just, you know, zipped it and like not done it. So we ended up like not playing those videos because like I was just picking myself apart, being like, you should have done this and you could have said that. And why did you say that twice? And like, you know how it is watching your own things later on in life. So I'm like, I'm making a new series because that is just not on. But I'm just going to do one video and it's all going to be together. So whatever you need, you just go back to that video. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great. And to go along with that, I made it this morning. I'm so proud. I crochet stitch cheat sheet. So it goes along with the video that I'm going to be making. But I did the cheat sheet first, but it starts with like chaining and single crochet and half double, double, and treble crochet, just so you have the written copy of what you're supposed to do kind of sitting beside you. We're like, what stitch is that? You can just pop on over and be like, oh, it's that stitch right there. So guess what? Available for free. I figured it out that too. That took longer than making the PDF, is figuring out how to get it for free. So this is available for free on my website. Got that figured out this morning too. So I will link that in this QR code right there. You just click on that code or the link in the description box under the video and just pop it into your cart and check out and download your own copy. It'll be sent to you. You can download it and print it out, keep it with you. I think it's so cute. And I'm super happy I figured out how to make cute resources like this free on my website. I wanted to do it for so long. I'm feeling very successful today. So successful. So go and grab a copy. What else is new? Mir is revising. He has a couple exams in October. So he's studying. If you don't use the word revise, here the studying is called revising or revision. Anyway, he's studying a lot. And Tanea's on holidays. The boys have one more week at school, and then they're on holidays too. And we are planning our next vacation, which is going to be in December. So looking forward to that. Trying to get all the, you know, planning for it. You know, once you're planning a holiday, you feel better. You're like, oh, I'm going on a holiday because you planned it. So that's that's where I'm at in my head. It is cold if you are not in Nairobi. It is our winter here. Same as Australia. We are in the southern hemisphere. So most of y'all are having summer. We are having winter, which for me, perfect crochet weather. I love it. And I've also been really craving like home cooking, like comfort food, like chicken pot pies. I've been on a chicken pot pie bender and was buying them frozen at the grocery store. There's a couple companies that make them. I think Ololo Farms makes the best one, but Food Fairy also pretty good, although it's full size. And then I'm like, why don't I just make my own chicken pies? So now I got the cutest tins. Look at these cute tins. I got these cute tins. I got 12 of them. So I make like 12 chicken pot pies with mushrooms and peas and stuff like that. And it was so good. So this is my lifestyle. Speaking of which, I have one in the oven right now. It probably is burning. So I better go get it out of the oven. I hope you're having a super great day. And I'm waiting for you in that video up there after the bloopers. So here's the bloopers. And then I'll be up there. Stay hooked. It's probably burning. I put tinfoil on the top, but I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up. Oh my gosh, it didn't burn. Can you imagine how good it is? Will it I put tinfoil like a loosely on the top. Here's a little bit crispier. But yum! Anyway, I'm right into these. This is my lifestyle. I'm salivating. I gotta go eat it. Put my focus in the middle. Am I recording? Okay. This is Crochet Podcast, episode 170. I'm excited, and I even checked the number before I even started, so I know it's episode 170, which I feel like I've started like 3 podcasts saying it's episode 170, but this actually is. Okay. I'm going to start chronological since, well, I don't have to tell you that. I'm just going to do it, right? Okay, here we go. Hi, it's Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 170.